Today's video is very kindly sponsored by Squarespace.
Why do I look so blonde with my hair like this? Right, I have just finished filming a Pretty Little Thing Get Ready With Me because they brought out some makeup and I just filmed a video with it all and I'm thoroughly impressed. So hence why I look this done up in a moving vlog. But it's just reminded me that I need to pick up the camera and update you guys because it's been a long time, I can't lie. I can't take myself seriously with my hair like this. I don't know why it's making me look so different. Right, there we go. Yeah, excuse the really done up face. I have just finished filming and it was actually the first video I filmed. Do I want to make any more noise? It was the first video I filmed in this house, which is really exciting. So if you want to go and check that out, I know you might be here for house stuff, but if you are interested in makeup or fashion or anything, feel free to check out the other videos on my channel. But yeah, how are we? It has been a while. I think I'm gonna really quickly sit down and have a chat with you guys at the start of this vlog, explain a few things, and then we'll get into it. Please excuse the lighting because this room has so much sun in it, which is amazing, but it literally like moves around the room and creates all sorts of weird shadows, so apologies for that. But yeah, I wanted to really quickly sit down and explain why you might look at the house in this vlog today and think, where's the moving process? Like, you guys seem pretty settled. We have really rushed to move. We've not really left anything last minute, but we kind of just did everything in a couple of days, like really unexpectedly. We had Brad's parents helping us out, which was very kind of them. They had a couple of free days and we kind of just like cracked on with everything and got all of our stuff over here. And obviously that meant we've done a lot of organising and kind of got everything in its place because we have pretty much been living here now. I will show you guys in a sec, but we still don't have a bathroom. We've only just got hot water, we've only just got heating, and even those two things are still a little bit questionable. Like, the hot water doesn't work amazingly well. Brad is dealing with that with a heating engineer, so it's all getting sorted, but we definitely still can't like fully move in here, as in we go back home or we go back to our old house to have showers and stuff. Like, we have to because we don't have a shower in this place at the moment. So we're like moved in but still missing a few things that are quite vital to live in a house. But otherwise, like you guys saw at the end of the last moving vlog, if you haven't watched that, I will link it in the description if you want to catch up. But I gave you a little sneak peek of like this lounge area and everything is very put together. It feels so homely, and I also said at the end of that vlog, I just feel so happy here, and I feel ridiculously cheesy saying that, but I just feel very like grateful to Brad, especially because he has absolutely made this house a home. Like, to clear up a few things and try and explain a couple of things. Obviously when we first bought this place, it was originally going to be a rental. We wanted to renovate it and rent it out. We obviously had our last house, and whilst we were buying this place, we didn't have many plans to travel. We were pretty set on that was going to be a home for a very long time. We were going to do a lot of things to it, like add extensions and change the whole kitchen and massive projects, which ultimately obviously have not happened and didn't happen while we lived there. But we kind of just had like a bit of a life change and we decided to go traveling, and we kind of felt like we've got these two houses at the moment. We're in a very fortunate position where we had two places, and one was costing us a lot of money in terms of bills and everything, and we were never there. And then we also had this place, which obviously was costing us money because we were doing it up, but ultimately the living costs in this place are a lot less. It's a much smaller place. It's just everything we need right now in our life. I think sometimes when you go into like buying houses or finding a place to live, like we definitely looked at like bigger places and thought how much we could do with the space, and like we'll be a home for a very long time and it'll be practical for like kids and all things like that, and that just wasn't where we were at in our lives. So then when we decided to travel, we were like, well, we don't need this big house, and we also didn't have the money at the time to do every single project that we wanted to do to it, just for various reasons. Like, we both had our own personal reasons, and because of that, like, that just was not home. For whatever reason, it just did not feel like home. In terms of, I was always waiting for us to do something to it and make it our own. This lighting is really annoying me, so we're gonna move.
A little bit more information on Squarespace if you haven't heard of them before. They are basically a website building platform, super easy to use. I have raved about them so much in the past, but if you guys have been setting up any online shops or like blogs or anything like that, then I highly recommend checking out Squarespace as a platform to use, because you can edit absolutely everything about your website, include images, include your social handles. There's also so many analytics that you can go over, especially if you do have a shop. And yeah, they have very kindly given me a discount code, so you can get a bit of money off your first domain purchase. If you want to check it out, then click the link in my description. But yeah, it just felt like we took on that project and then never got around to doing any of the things that we said we were going to do to it, which would have made that house amazing and it would have been like a really fun project, but it would have cost so much money. Ultimately, we decided to move on from that place and move into here, which we're very, very grateful for. Like, we are so lucky that we just happened to be renovating this place that we could then actually move into instead of renting it out for now, because obviously the plans changed and this was going to become our home. It's meant that we've made everything like our choice and not necessarily just practical and like the cheapest way of doing things. Like, we've put in a kitchen that we really love, we've done little things to the lounge, like built storage units, we've invested more in like the paint colors and just put a lot more care into the house, I guess, because we knew it was then going to be our home. And it's meant that I just feel so at peace here. Like, every part of this home when it's done will be complete, and I feel like that makes me very happy. It makes me feel very settled and it makes this place feel so homely from the off. Like, we've obviously moved all of our old stuff over here. It meant our priorities definitely shifted. They shifted in the sense of like, we were traveling for a couple of months and then we had to come back and sort this place out, knowing it was going to be our home, and obviously we're selling the other place. Like, there's a lot of life happening, not the most interesting stuff. So I apologize that I have been very on and off with YouTube and being like super chatty with you guys and keeping you updated like I usually do, but it's just been a lot. Like, I'm glad we're out the other side of it, and I just feel very, very settled and happy with all the decisions that we've made, because it can feel like a very big like jump, but sometimes you just have to go with your gut. Like, sometimes you just have to trust that you feel a certain way for a reason, and just see where it leads you, because I swear every single time me and Brad have thoughts like that, we come out, touch wood, better the other side. I did link a video in my last vlog where I explained like all of our life choices and updated you guys on everything, so I'll link that in this one as well. But ultimately, that's why we've moved into this place and sold the other one. It just feels really, really nice to have a more manageable space that suits our life right now. That really long ramble was basically to say that I am so happy. I just feel very, very content with everything. I love how the house is coming along. It really is just like a little sanctuary to me now. Like, I feel very calm here. I don't feel in any way like we've made the wrong decisions or anything like that. Like, I feel really like satisfied. I'm so excited to be like back creating content and have spaces organized and set up where I can do that properly and like invest my time into it again. I'm excited to go traveling again next year. Like, we've got so many exciting plans coming up. Obviously, like I say, the house is still very much a work in progress, but it's all fine, and like, we can manage this kind of stress. Yeah, let me stop rambling. Let me update you on where we're at. Obviously, I'm in the kitchen right now, so maybe we'll just start here and get straight into this. So a little bit of reality behind the scenes. I probably should have tidied up before I showed you guys everything, but I've currently got things charging in the corner here, and I'm just going to give you a really brief overview, because we basically moved all of our stuff over from the old kitchen. So we've stocked the cupboards again with super random things. Like, this needs organising. Bonnie's toothbrush and toothpaste and some treats with the Marmite and Nutella, like, make it make sense. Otherwise, it is a lot more organised in here. We have a working kitchen with like everything we need, snack drawer. You guys would have seen me pack all of the cherry stuff away. So we've got all of that in here, obviously, and like pots and pans and stuff. So we've been having like people over for dinner, and we've been cooking here and stuff, which has been so nice. Like, this is such a nice place to host in as well. Obviously, if you guys saw, if you've like followed this reno journey, you'll know that we had a wall here. Excuse the mess, still a project. There was a wall literally here, so that was like a parting wall, and then you had a door here to come into the kitchen. So this kind of small space, like, it's a very decent sized kitchen the way we've laid it out, but the old one was a very small space, and that wall just wasn't needed. So I love that we've opened it all up. We've now got some bar stools, which I'll show you when I've put my washing away, and it's just like really nice and sociable. When we have people around, we all stand in here, have a drink, have a chat,
and it's really nice. And then we obviously go through to the lounge to like chill, so I'll show you guys that in a sec. But this is a cupboard that needs a little bit of work. So I mean, my jar organization clearly needs a little bit of work as well. I've got like all my vitamins, Weetabix. I need to organize this and make it aesthetically pleasing, but this is the reality of any moving process, any reno project. Like, this is the behind the scenes. But yeah, this is essentially the boiler cabinet. So we've had this unit put in to hide the boiler. So that is now all working. I'm actually going to switch it on so we can have some heating because it's really kind of cold in here right now. It is not the most convenient system right now. Like, there's basically just a switch at the back, because this is a super old oil boiler. Like, it runs off oil, so that noise you probably would have just heard is the flame igniting. So it's a very old way of running a house. We are potentially in the future, like if we are going to rent this place out, we do have to look into if we want to change that. But boring talk, that is what is in there. Obviously it's hidden by the cupboard, which is perfect, and this has given us some storage, but we need some more shelves, so we're going to get a couple more of these, so we have basically just more room in here for like cans and dry food and things like that. So yeah, that is something for another day. Bathroom update. So we are actually working with a brand called Ensuite on this bathroom. They've very kindly gifted us all of the like appliances for the bathroom. We've got sink, toilet, shower, literally everything you can think of that you need for a bathroom. They have very kindly sent over to us. So I will give you guys a little bit of an update in here for now. I will put some pictures on screen of what it is going to look like so you can envision it, because yeah, right now it is very much a building site. But Ensuite reached out and asked if we wanted to work with them, and honestly, I've seen their bathrooms from some of my friends actually. I know Nelly London used them and her bathroom looks gorgeous, so I was like, absolutely, like, we'd be honoured. It was perfect timing as well, because obviously we were sorting this place out and the message couldn't have come at a better time. So essentially they are a bathroom supplier. I will leave their website link down below so you guys can go and check them out. But the thing I loved most about them is they have like an online like bathroom design tool, so you can essentially just take the dimensions of your room. So I just came in here, measured the room, measured where the windows are, and you can pop them into the bathroom designer on their website and then lay out all of their products like true to size. You can check everything fits perfectly, you can see what it will all look like together, and it was honestly the most handy thing ever. I know a lot of like bathroom suppliers, and there'll be loads of businesses that obviously have those functions, but not necessarily from home. Like, they'll always want to do it for you and potentially charge you for it. So I love that Ensuite just have that on their website, and you can just use it like as and when. You can like print PDFs, you can take it into the Ensuite suppliers, so you can see exactly what you need and how it all measures up. You can give it to your bathroom fitter and it'll be really helpful for them. So yeah, that is the main thing for me that I loved from them. Obviously, aside from the fact that the appliances are gorgeous, they do have a more traditional range, which we have gone for. And I just love that they're a little bit more decorative. Like, the shower is gorgeous, it's a little bit more old school. But yeah, huge thanks to Ensuite for working with us on this, because we literally obviously could not have done this project without them, especially this quickly. So yeah, I'm very excited to update you guys when the stuff is in. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the bathroom is going to be plumbed in this coming week. There's just been problem after problem after problem with this bathroom. Like, the boys will take some tiles off the wall, or like, for example, the other day the floor needs re-leveling, so we had to use self-leveler. Like, just so many things that you just wouldn't even think would be a problem have been a problem. So it's been a little bit delayed, but we are getting there. So this space right now looks a little bit like this. The main thing that's happened in here is the shower cubicle has been tiled. Obviously, ignore the fact that these currently don't have grout in them, so they will look the exact same as these ones here once they're done. But the guys were plumbing in the taps and everything the other day, so they still need to be grouted. But these tiles are actually the same as the ones that we have in the kitchen on the splashback. So over here, these tiles were obviously just flipped up the other way, and I love these. These are from Metro Tiles, which is actually a family run business, which I didn't know when we first bought from them, but they messaged us, just like a really sweet message. And then I looked into them a little bit more, and yeah, they're a family run business, so I highly recommend them because we've been very impressed with these tiles so far. Brad's found them really easy to use. So yeah, that is, I suppose, the main thing in here. We've got the shower tray in, but
clearly not functional. That is part of the shower that's going to go in. Otherwise, this has become a little bit of a storage room for just stuff right now. Like, we put the TV on the wall the other day, so the box for that is in here at the moment, which has got to go. We are also going to have the washing machine and tumble dryer stacked here, so that will be behind a cabinet, but that's again another project for another day. This washing machine is now plumbed in, so we can wash our clothes here, and that is all sorted. So yeah, bathroom not looking so cute at the moment, but definitely getting there. We do also have the radiator, that is also from Nui. And I guess as an overview, like I say, I will pop some pictures in, but the toilet is going to go here in this space, and then we'll obviously have the sink here, and then shower will be popped into here. That is an update on the bathroom. I feel like I want to show you guys the kitchen properly when I have organized it and made it look so much more aesthetically pleasing, because right now she just is a mess. But yeah, this is, I guess, like the dining area. We are gonna get a round table for here, I think, like a proper dining table for when people come over, because right now we only have the bar stools, which is obviously perfect for me and Brad, but we want somewhere where we can all sit. Oh, this is the bathroom stuff. So to give you a little sneak peek, here is the sink. So as you can see, we have like these gorgeous, more traditional looking taps, and I love like all of these kind of rib designs on all of the ceramics. Part of the toilet, they also have loads of accessories on their website, so I picked out the more traditional like flush taps and things like that. And then this is the stand for the sink, like the pedestal for it to go on, and then the toilet is just under there. Like I say, that hopefully is all going to be going in this week. I'm trying to think where we were at when I last showed you guys this place, but the doors are now in. Have we seen the doors? I'm not sure. Again, washing hanging everywhere. I'm gonna sort this all out literally as soon as I'm done talking to you guys. We've got like these nice doorknobs on them. I'm not sure where Brad got these from, but I think he picked them out from somewhere. Again, they just tie in with this kind of like old townhouse feel. This is our shoe unit that we used to have in the hall that I think we are going to pop on this wall, which obviously it will take up a little bit of space, but it doesn't actually come out much further than these skirtings that are currently on the floor, so it will probably be to there, so you still have plenty of space to walk around it, but obviously for storage, like functionality, it will be so much better to have it in. So yeah, I think we're gonna probably put that up in the week because it does hang to the wall. But that is downstairs in the kitchen diner. I feel like I'm giving you a little bit of a brief overview, but I want to keep you a little bit more updated, and like I say, everything is happening very, very quickly at the moment, and I don't want you guys to miss anything, so I'm just gonna put this out there as a little bit of a debrief and an update. And then into the lounge area. I think this is my favorite room at the moment because obviously it's the most like complete. It just feels so nice to come in here of an evening, light the candles. It is so cozy. Obviously you can see we still don't have the shutters for the window, but I think we are going to invest in them. I think I mentioned to you guys a little while ago, we did get a quote from Hillary's, but they were so expensive. Like, it is an investment. So I think we will do that at some point because it's just asking for it over there. Like, imagine little shutters on these windows. It would make the light in here so gorgeous. Like, it's currently about 3-4 p.m. I want to say, and this room gets the light all day. So I feel very lucky for that because it just makes me very happy. Like, I sit and work in here and then we chill in here in the evenings. It's just such a gorgeous room, and I love how it's come together. Like, to think how this used to be. There used to be a wall along here and this was a hallway, and I know a lot of people were questioning why we would have like got rid of the hallway, especially because obviously it means you just enter straight into your lounge. But we're gonna get a new doormat, like obviously one that looks a little bit nicer than this one. I don't even know where this came from. Brad just brought it over one day and I was like, where did you get that? So it just means like taking a little bit more care, especially when it is like wet and muddy outside. We just don't walk the mud through the house. I'm so glad we took that wall out because it's made this area so much bigger and just like a more open space, especially even to be able to put the shoe unit on here. So I'm glad we did that. It's really transformed this room. But here's a little overview of what it's looking like. If you see any marks on the wall, this still needs painting in here. This is the sofa that we have in here. This, I did get quite a few questions on this actually. So it's from Snug, which is like that sofa in a box brand. And I think what I want to do, I'm trying to give you guys like a size reference. I think this is like a 3-seater sofa, maybe a 4-seater sofa. It's like small but big, so it's like small enough that it's perfect for this space in the room. Like it's still a corner sofa, but it's not overpowering, like it's not too big, which I really like. I love the shape of it as well. I think it's like a really nice modern kind of feel. Obviously the colour as well, nice and neutral. So I will link this because I think what we want to do is get the armchair version that they have as well for this area. So currently I have my office chair, well technically my office chair, but I think I might keep it in here because I actually prefer how it looks, and I do have another chair upstairs that I can use. So I've got that from made.com in the corner, and then this floor sofa is from Sclum. Again, that was for my office, but because we keep having people over, we need like the seating space at the moment. But I think we will probably buy the love seat version of this sofa so it matches, and then pop that in this bay window area, because I have measured it and it fits literally perfectly, like it fits exactly in this space. So again, maybe a little investment to make sometime soon, but for now these work. This is what we have in the corner. And then this little unit here, we had this built for us, so this was made to measure, like it fits perfectly obviously in this little nook. We do have another kind of opening here, but I don't think I want to put any storage in there. I think I'm just gonna get a nicer side table and keep the lamp in that area because it works really well in the evening. We obviously don't have a lampshade in here yet. I still need to get one. I think I'm going to get that one from Dunelm that I showed you guys quite a while ago now actually, but I just need to pick it up. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep this as just a little nook in the corner with the lamp, and then this is kind of where our storage is, and obviously there's so many little decor pieces on here which I really like. I feel like this is where you're going to make a house a home, like with all your little decorations, and I've put some pictures up. I want to show you guys these actually because I do love having pictures up, and like when I go to other people's houses I love to look at all of the pictures they have around the house. That might sound really weird, but just like the cute little memories that everyone has, and I don't know, I just really like looking at them. So I was toying with the idea of putting like framed pictures up in here, or maybe having some on the wall and things, but I just don't love sometimes how much space they take up. So I'm working with Insta over on TikTok at some point this month, and obviously this is nothing to do with that, but they sent me one of their new little mini printers, and I am rinsing that thing. Like I have not stopped using it since I got it, and it's the best thing ever. Like if you love Polaroids, but I personally love to get like the perfect picture. I take 100 pictures of my breakfast in the morning. Like I want to get that perfect shot. So the printer's so good for that because you can, this sounds like such an ad, but it's not, I promise. They have not asked me to talk about it. I'm just obsessed. Yeah, you can basically print your pictures from your phone. So I did exactly that, and I've printed out all of these like little memories, like all my favorite people. I've got loads of these dotted around the house. And I bought these glass frames ages ago. I think these were from Matalan, I want to say, but I feel like Primark Home will probably have them. I'm sure there's loads of places that you can grab these, but I've then just put all the little Polaroid pictures in here, and I feel like it's such a nice way of having pictures up around the house, but it's like small and doesn't take up too much space, if that makes sense. So yeah, I did that as a little project the other day, and I've just popped them on this shelf. So we have this one here, and then I've got one up there which has got me and Brad and me and Georgia in it, and then I've also got one over here, and I do have loads more printed out that I just need to get some more frames for and carry on that little project. I thought it was a really sweet idea. But otherwise, decor pieces on here, I'll give you guys a little pan so you can see. Obviously coffee table books, my favorite things ever. I've got them dotted all around the house, and then some little storage baskets and just a painting up there. But I really love that we did this. I think it was the best idea. Obviously it has this storage at the bottom as well, which currently has a literal Sonos shop in it. Like, I'm not sure why. We need to put these around the house. We've also got the TV stuff in here, so I suppose that is the biggest change actually. The TV's on the wall, which it hasn't been for a very long time, but we've finally like channeled it all in, so it's all hidden behind here, and then the TV is pretty wireless on the fireplace. So I love how this looks. I definitely think having TVs on a wall is like very love or hate, because it's quite a lot. Like I do sometimes think we now walk into the room and you just see the TV, but obviously we needed it in here somewhere, and I wanted it central to the room, and I do feel like it works. Like now it's done, I'm actually really happy with it, and I'm like getting used to it being on the wall, because it does look like a lot. It definitely was the right way to do it. So
yeah, it's nice and seamless, all hidden behind the fireplace. It's literally tucked away. Looks really neat when you have the cupboards closed. That is the lounge area. The fireplace is definitely going to be a project very soon. Brad has repainted the matte black parts, so you can see that this is all a lot cleaner and like looks so much nicer. He also painted the surround white again as well to freshen that up. But we are probably going to be replacing these tiles at some point. I kind of love them because they're original, like to the house, but I just don't have anything that's green in this room. Apart from, I guess, it kind of goes with the flowers that I have. I don't love that. I feel like this could be so much nicer. Like, I'm even thinking similar to the tiles that we have in the bathroom and the kitchen, even like a herringbone design. I think that would be so nice and like really modernize the space, but also keeping it traditional because it's obviously a gorgeous fireplace. So let me know your thoughts, because I'm intrigued, because I feel like these just kind of have to go. They're like so ugly that they're kind of cute vibes. So I'm intrigued. What do you think we should do with this space? Also, we will eventually have an open fire because this has been cleaned, but right now I've just got a load of candles in there, and that looks really cute of an evening as well. Right, this is a habit that we need to get rid of right now. I keep putting things on the stairs with intentions of like taking them up the next time I go upstairs, but I just tend to walk around it, which I'm gonna do right now. Going upstairs, I don't think anything has changed here. Maybe the only thing is that this electrical box has been boxed in. Probably very uninteresting, but honestly this was a mess. Like, there were wires hanging out everywhere and legally you can't remove them. So we had to find a fix, and our carpenter boxed it in for us and it looks so much neater. Something else we need to do in here is sort out this light. So I think what we're actually going to do, because it's not quite central to the ceiling in here, we are going to get like a pendant light that's on like a rope or like a wire kind of vibe, and basically have it hang to like there and then come down. I really hope that makes sense, but just so it's then central to the stairwell and obviously lights up this entire space instead of just this area up here. But yeah, again, another project for another day. How many times do I want to say that? Okay, office. Right, if you saw the last moving vlog, you're going to be like, what the hell has happened? Because same. Like, maybe we can just stick to that clip of my office and we can just pretend it still looks that nice and organised, because it does not right now. The only thing that is organised is my clothes storage. So these are the chest of drawers that me and Brad had at the other house in our bedroom, and I think I mentioned these to you guys because I said they were going to come in here and be stacked on top of each other. And guys, you will not believe it, all of my clothes are in this house and organised. Like, everything I own is in here, it's got a space. There's nothing on the floors, like, well, I mean, excuse all this, but half of this is Brad's, shoes, coats, like just the last bits that we need to sort out. And obviously coats will go downstairs in the understairs cupboard and things like that. So not a priority right now. Otherwise, everything is completely organised. So these bottom ones are my drawers. I've got gym stuff and just like leggings and Adenola sets, which I live in. I was very, very ruthless and I went through my entire wardrobe and got rid of a lot of stuff. So I actually have like space. Like, these are all my tops. Obviously not every single one, because I do have like a going out drawer in my bedroom, which I'll show you in a sec. But I just kind of have like sectioned everything to things I actually need to reach for more regularly. So yeah, all my tops are in here. And then in this one, we have just random jumpers that don't really have a place. And then I think in this one is all my loungewear. So like pajamas and little loungewear sets. And this is joggers that again don't really have a place or like aren't part of a matching set. And then this is all my trousers, so like jeans and leather trousers. So that is the drawer storage. And then in this cupboard, I have decided that we are going to build some shelves in here. So I'm going to have 2 shelves here, which will be big enough for shoes. So all my shoe storage can be up here, and then there'll be a bigger shelf at the top, even just to throw like a basket on top, or just as added extra storage. And then I've got a rail in here, which you guys would have seen, and I've hung some of my clothes on here. So we've got like my winter knits, some hoodies, some dresses that obviously need hanging up, and then all my bags are in here as well. So that works perfectly, but obviously that is not all my stuff at all. The biggest thing that I've done is I've packaged up all of my summer stuff. So any shorts, any little dresses, anything that I wear to go on holiday is packed in my 2 cases, and they're gonna go in the loft. So in the old house, I would constantly have like all of my clothes out in the wardrobes, but obviously in winter, I'm not gonna be wearing my bikinis or reaching for like a cute little flowy maxi dress. So I've packaged all that stuff away and I've got all my winter stuff out right now. So I recommend doing that, like split your wardrobes up and put one into storage when you're not using it. A lot of organisation needs to go on in here, but it will, and we will get there. Maybe we can do a whole little office transformation video. So then, sorry, I'm literally giving you like a whole updated house tour. I don't know how we've got to this point, but here we are. Bedroom. This has transformed. Like, we have a bed, we have literally the calmest area in any house ever. Like, I'm obsessed with this. I've never looked forward to going to bed more in my life. Like, I'm just obsessed. Obviously, we still need to sort out the headboard, so that is currently here. This is what you guys helped me with in the last video, because I mentioned that the fabric has faded from the sun. So I think what I'm gonna do is basically put it up on the wall. I'm just gonna mix match them, like kind of jumble them up a bit. And I honestly think, like, with all of this going on, like all the cushions, we've obviously got the photos, the lamps, like there's so much going on in here that I think it's not going to be crazy noticeable. And there's kind of different tones in the cushions anyway, so I think it could still work. Obviously, ultimately I could, if it's really bad, I can just re-upholster it, but this took me so long to do that I just really want to avoid doing that. And obviously the fabric costs a lot of money as well, so fingers crossed we put it up and it actually just kind of all blends in. This is obviously an overview of what the bed looks like. We are still yet to get a super king duvet, so we only have a king one at the moment, but I mean, it kind of works. But this is a super king mattress. So I got this mattress from Nectar. Comfiest mattress I've ever slept on. It's a lot like the Emma mattresses and like Simba. It's that kind of vibe, like memory foam, thick. You literally sleep like a log. Like, I really could not recommend it more. We went for the Super King, so we have a massive bed. Like, I feel like I'm going to bed in a hotel every single night now. But yeah, we need to get some bedding for it, so we need like sheets and stuff. Other than that, I did buy this divan from, I cannot remember the name of it. I'll leave it on screen because I'll look on my emails. But we picked up this divan for literally like £309, I want to say, kind of random, but it was really inexpensive for what it is. It's like this really gorgeous kind of mauve colour, like greige I would say. Suede kind of material. It feels really nice, but obviously it was just like cheap and cheerful, and it just works. So the main thing I liked about it is it obviously has these drawers in it, so again, more storage. Like, I've got all my underwear in here, and then this is the drawer that I have for like going out stuff. So obviously you can see, like, I can't really get to it that easily. Like, my bedside table is in the way, but obviously I don't go out every single night, so I can just move this table out the way, get in here, and then bung it all back in again. That is where I've got like all of my little tops, my denim shorts, which obviously I'm not going to be wearing day to day. They'd just be for like going out outfits. So yeah, more storage in here that works. Also, I'm really sorry, I don't know what happened here, but I just realised I was just filming that and it looks like it's been eaten. And then the final thing in here is this mirror. This used to be in my office, but we've now got it in this bedroom. And how cute for pics. Like, probably shouldn't say this, but it is literally my job. Like, Instagram is part of my job, so I thought great background for like reels, little outfit pics. This works really nicely in here. It needs a good dust. Like, I could literally draw my name in that. Ew. Oh, and also I've got this wash bin, which I always get questions on. I mean, it is really cute, but it was literally from B&Q. Like, I'll try and link it down below, but yeah, this was like 20 quid from B&Q. So I've got the wash bin there, and then just some pampas grass here. This mirror, I think again in the last vlog I asked what I should do with this. I'm gonna put this in the ensuite bathroom above the sink. Why are we so blurred? Like, I can't see a thing. Someone suggested that, and I feel like it will work really nicely in there. So that is the plan for that mirror, but it's just kind of being stored here for now. And otherwise, that is the bedroom. You would have noticed in the office as well, I still need to lime wash these bricks, which I will get around to, but I just haven't yet. Also, I've got this linen curtain up here. This stays shut literally all the time, to be fair, because our neighbour's garden is literally just there. So I feel like for privacy, it's a little bit nicer to just have this up, and it obviously still lets the light through, so we don't really open it. That is this bedroom. On to where the hell the rest of my clothes are, because I feel like you might be wondering.
This is gonna be our ensuite. I showed you guys this last time. We've obviously just got the toilet in here for now. This is gonna be our sink in here. I've got some storage bits in here at the moment, and our original plans for this space, another little ramble to update you on what our thoughts are. Okay, I'm not convinced this camera is at all stable, but hopefully you don't fall on the floor. Basically in here, our original plan, oh, I've just realised you can see where all the rest of my clothes are. Surprise. We'll go through that in a sec. But yeah, our original plan in here was to have a bath in here. So obviously we've got the toilet, sink, and then we were going to put a bath along this space here because it's really quite a big space. But I think we've now valued storage over having a bath. And I'm obviously thinking about like resale value and trying to be an adult and think of all these, like you have to pre-plan with all of these things and think ahead. So my argument is, would people prefer a bath over a wardrobe? Like, would you prefer having a wardrobe and a shower in your ensuite, or would you want a bath and then figure out the storage later? Like, I'm intrigued as to what you guys think, because I'm really in two minds. Like, now I've seen that I need it for storage, I would rather the storage, but I just feel like everyone has different priorities. Like, I know some people just love a bath. Right now we are just deciding whether we do the bath in here. Obviously it will be a bath shower as well. We're deciding whether we do that, or do we build a built-in wardrobe in here, so it's like an ensuite with storage in it for clothes, and yeah, just gives you more space to put your stuff in this house, which I think is the more sensible thing to do. But I also think it would be so stunning in here if you had like, imagine like a gorgeous egg bath, like freestanding in this area, gold taps. I don't know. I probably just don't have my priorities straight. This is where all the rest of my clothes are. So I have this rail, which I feel like I might get questions on, but I stole this from my mum quite a while ago. So I'll try and find out where it's from and I'll link one, if not one very similar. But it is so trusty. Like, this has been to multiple houses with us. It's been completely overused. Like, I've hung way too much stuff on this even now. But these are essentially like all of my matching sets, like my tracksuits, knitted jumpers, knitted cardigans, anything that I'm going to be using now. It's a lot colder. Like I say, this is more my winter wardrobe. So that is in here for now. Obviously not the best storage because it is literally in the bathroom, so we definitely need to build like a unit in here. So our thoughts would be built-in wardrobe in this space, like essentially where this rail is, and then potentially something like here. I mean, you could even then have space for a full-length mirror, and then it would have just like a cubicle shower here. So there'd be like a wall and then the shower here, and then obviously it would back onto this wall as well. So let me know your thoughts, because I am intrigued. Like I say, I feel like everyone has maybe different priorities. Like, some people would really want a bath and miss it if they didn't have one, but some people would want the storage. But yeah, God, I've literally just spoken at you guys for so long, so I do apologize. I'm really sorry for how rambly this video has turned out, but I'm actually really excited to upload it and get your thoughts on what we have done so far. Obviously it means that you guys will be able to see it like more real time. This is what we're currently living in. Like I say, we're making it work with going home and showering and things like that. I just really love how it's coming together. I think I'm just excited for it to be completely done. And like I said at the start, like, you can see the end with this place. Like, you can see exactly what it's going to look like. I know that it's all going to be finished at one point. And I think with our last place, I just could not see that. And we'd always start something in and never get round to it, or like I say, not want to invest the money in it and things like that. So yeah, I'm very happy and content. I've said that so many times in this video, but I really am. I feel really grateful with everything going on right now. So I'm excited to get back to regular content. I'm excited to create hauls again, like get back to what I do best, and just have this really gorgeous space to be able to create all this content in, keep you guys so much more posted, and bring you along on this really hectic journey that is finally leveling out and it just feels a little bit more calm. That, I suppose, is an updated house tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts as always in the comments. Obviously there's so many things that I've asked your opinion on, so I'd love to hear that, whether it's on DMs or in the comments. Like I say, I'll always be down there replying to you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to hit subscribe, stick around for more in the future. Follow me on Instagram. Follow this house on Instagram. It's just Reno35. I'll leave it on screen if you want to keep more up to date with what we're doing here. But that is it for now. Hopefully I'll speak to you guys very soon in my next one. Bye guys.